Today I'm doing a live stream. I don't like that color. Today nope, that works. I'm doing a live stream on our half-acre homestead. Let me pop out the chat here. I've got a bit of a migraine hangover. It's been a rough few weeks for me. I've got to say this. It's been a rough few weeks. I've had 2 fibro flares in the last 3 weeks. Hey, Celeste. And hi, Angela. I've had 2 fibro flares. And I now know that the tendon issue in my knee was because I did all the stairs at the symphony. And because that knee was giving me such problems, I put strain on my right ankle, which has been, bothering me, but I haven't really paid much attention to it until last night when I couldn't ignore it anymore. And then I had a migraine last night. So it's been a rough couple of weeks. And I think these huge weather changes, going from mild and dripping icicles to like a polar vortex. Welcome to winter in Canada. So, how's everybody doing today? Let me just fix this here. See if I can't get this a little more. There we go. Yeah, my hair is a mess. So, I had a shower yesterday, but it doesn't seem to care. All right, now that I have, let's pop out the participants list and say hi to. Now, if you don't see me calling your name, it's because you haven't said hello in the chat, and it's the list is called participants for a reason. Angela Passmore, Bonnie Maiden, Celeste Auto Care, Donna Law, hey Rubber Band Man, Edie Murray, Aaron M.H., Lori Alexo, Mary Cook, Matthew Garrettson. Welcome to the club, Matthew. I don't like to call it a club. Michelle Jones, Minnesota Farmer's Wife, Tanya, Sally Witzak. Let me just roll this up a little bit more. Oh gosh. It's driving me crazy. Now I can't find my chat. That's as far as I got. There's some kind of, the format has changed somehow on my computer so that everything's in everything on YouTube, excuse me. Everything on YouTube is in the center of the screen. So I'm canning chickpeas right now, prepping for my lunches, sweet potato and chickpea curry. Hey, Michelle from Louisiana. Oh, God, I got another burn. Totally missed Freaky Friday. There was no Freaky Friday, sweetheart. If you had gone on Patreon and looked, I put a post up that I had a migraine last night, and flashing lights and loud music were just not going to happen. I'm still not sure it's going to happen today. It may happen tomorrow. You know what I mean? Tomorrow night. Because I've got a migraine hangover. I told you, it's been a rough couple of weeks. Hey, Sally, Betty Pack, Sherry Leach. Hi from Marlene from beautiful Scotland. Where about in Scotland are you? My family's from Aberdeen area. That's okay. It happens, right? I mean, we do it eventually. Right? It's either Saturday night or it'll probably be tonight. I'm just gonna relax today. We thought we had a pipe froze in the kitchen yesterday because I ran out of, I could get cold water but not hot, and then it wouldn't work at all. And what it turned out is mineral deposits on the screen in the nozzle of my thing was not letting water through. I don't get them as much as I used to. Ever since I, made it to menopause, the migraines are not as bad as they used to be. And I rarely get hot flashes. The only time I get hot flashes now are when I'm having a fibro flare. Verna Helvik, Montana Mama. Big Sky, Montana. How's it going? I'm Robert. I'm from Robert Burns country, Ayrshire. Okay. Verna, did you see the balloon? What is all this talk about a balloon? Some kind of Chinese spy balloon? Hi, Linda. There's so many things being, I don't watch the news, guys. And I don't pay much attention to, I don't listen to the radio. I don't even watch TV with commercials. I won't do any of that stuff. That's why I watch Amazon Prime and Netflix and BritBox and stuff like that. No commercials, no bullshit, right? We have no water today. Put on new heat tape, waiting to see if that works. Oh, I hope that works for you. Hi, Linda Black. Tammy Wright, how's it going? I have a heat gun that I bought at it's like a blow dryer, but it really bakes stuff. I have a heat gun, and I got that at a yard sale for $5. It's one of the best purchases I've ever made. I received a Valentine's card today with carrots in it. Mindy Patriot Angel. Hi, Sherry Russell. It's Angie, right? Chaos. Tina Elliott. I'm so glad. Yeah, I've started my seeds, and it's going good. I'm glad to hear that. Eileen Thurling, lovely to catch you live. Blessings from northeast of England. Well, I decided to come live on our half acre homestead today because now I know a lot of people who are from our half acre homestead don't like lives. And that's why I usually do them on Life with the Wolfies, but you guys didn't get a video yesterday because I had no water. I mean, yeah, I got to tell you the story of these baked beans. They took me 2 days of cooking. And it was a debacle, right? But they were bloody delicious. They were almost black. They cooked so long, but they were so good. Oh, that's awesome, Tanya. Did I send you one, Tanya? I don't know. I sent my best friend Geraldine, one of my best friends. She's been my best friend since I was 12. And then there's Carolyn Vaders, and she's been my best friend since kindergarten. But I sent Geraldine a, now get this, I'm going to show this to you. See the size of this envelope? Okay, it's the size of my face. It's a padded envelope. And I decided, she's had a rough year, she's going on disability. She's got really bad sciatica and back issues. And she's been looking after her. She's been an industrial cleaner for well, not an industrial cleaner, but she's been cleaning for years. She did like the medical center and the municipal office and the emergency center and all those things. She did all, the clinic and all those cleaning jobs, right? And then her parents moved in with her because her mom had a stroke and her dad needed help looking after her mom. And so then her mom passed, and then like a year and a half later, her dad passed of cancer. And now she's has to go on disability because she's just been killing herself. That's the way I look at it. So I thought I'm going to send her some seeds because she said I just haven't had a chance to go through seed catalogs. I said, well, what do you need? So I just sent her, I stuffed this envelope. Now, it wasn't stuffed so that it was like bulging out, but it was stuffed. There was probably 15 packs of seeds in there and a letter. And I put 6, 7 stamps on it. Now, those stamps are over $1 a piece here in Canada. You think that would have been fine? They gave it back to me and said, oh, no, you need to put $8.75 more on it. Mailing us an envelope. Yeah, it was probably about 2 inches thick. And they charged me $15 in postage in my own country. Hey, Billy Joe. How's it going? I've received some of my seeds. Thank you. I'm enjoying the. Well, that like I said, this is starting to get seeds as well. What a blessing! I hope my folks are receiving theirs. Did you soak with baking soda? No. Howie used descaler on. He's got a descaler for his coffee pot. He used descaler, and that worked. Mom of four boys. Hi. Well, it is nuts. It is crazy. It's like I'm mailing it in my own country. It's not like it's even going across the country. It's only going to Apsley, Ontario. But it did what I set out for it to do, and she was really happy because its seeds are seeds are hope, aren't they? Right? Hope for sustenance, hope for new life, hope for spring, right? Hey, Stephen. So anyway, she got them. She was really happy to get them. But I started my seeds already, and someone said, "How can you think about starting seeds? It's some of the coldest weather and blah blah." I said, "Welcome to Canada. This is like this every year." I mean, yeah, we get the occasional mild winter, but 30, 40 below temperatures is nothing to us. I used to walk to the school bus a kilometer, which is like a half a mile, in 40 below weather in tight jeans. I got news for you kids. Long johns don't work if the jeans are so tight that you can't have a layer of air between the jeans and your skin. Doesn't work. So, hey, Cat, how's it going? 9 Cat, 789 Cat. Good morning from Spokane, Washington. That is outrageous about postage. Yeah, but I guarantee if I'd have sent that to England or the U.S., would have been fine. The postage would have been less. I'm just so sick of the bull crap in this country. I'm sick of the government overreach. I'm sick of corporations telling the government what the people should be doing. The government works for us. And there's a documentary put out by Rebel, and I forget what it's called, but the trailer was Pierre Elliott Trudeau's dad, when he talked about being Canadian, and then what his son talked about. They're totally opposite, just totally opposite about how they look at the country. Trudeau Jr., I don't even want to call him Junior, but Trudeau Jr. is he's just destroying our country. He's just destroying. It's going to take us, once we get rid of him, it's going to take us years and years and years to get rid of, if we ever pay down the deficit. Trillions of dollars this man has spent. Billions and billions of dollars. Just can't even talk about it. It'll make me negative. Hey, Nina, how are you, darling? I know. Well, the truth is, I take mine to Shoppers Drug Mart postal outlet, and they weigh everything to get proper postage. Yeah, well, I live in the middle of nowhere. Well, not quite the middle of nowhere, but, darn close. And so I just guesstimate. But I do have a scale, so I should actually weigh it next time. And thank you for the idea. I'll wait. Next time, if I do something like that, I will weigh it. And then I will measure it, and I will put the postage on it. One of our pipes froze. Hope you're staying warm. It's minus 29, wind chill minus 47 at the coldest last night. I know. Oh, Howie, at some point you got to come out through the patio door and push my window in, because it's not latching when I lock it, and there's cold air coming in. Yeah, we thought it was a frozen pipe, but it wasn't. It was just the buildup on it. Thank God. Frozen pipes. But I had to do dishes yesterday because I only had cold water in the kitchen. So thank God I have big kettles on the wood stove, because then, I just put like a shallow basin in the sink, and I filled it half full with boiling water from the kettle and then cold. And I put some Dawn on my sponge and I washed everything and I rinsed them. And so it took me all day to do the dishes, though. If politicians had people's interest at heart, we would be much better off. Well, the thing is that's the way it's supposed to be, isn't it? But I got an interesting thing. I've been watching Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And I just watched a woman throw a $50,000 birthday party for her uninterested 4-year-old. Diamond necklaces and stuff. You know what I mean? And you got to think about it this way. Politicians are like the super wealthy in California. Their life has no bearing on reality compared to ours. That's their reality, right? That's their reality. And it's really like Mars and Venus when it comes to really everyday folks. So you got to look at like upper echelons of politics and corporations the same way. They don't look at us at all, let alone the only time that the politicians ever look at us is when they want us to agree with them. And now they don't even care. They just do whatever they want. When did that become okay? That corporations dictate the governments and the governments actually dictate to the people rather than the people. When was the last time a politician asked your opinion and actually listened? Right? They've never lived paycheck to paycheck. I mean, we're doing okay compared to in the beginnings of our marriage when we were drinking and that. We're doing okay. We went bankrupt in 2005, so we've been working on that ever since. Like working on becoming debt free now, right? Because once we bought a house and a vehicle and all that stuff. But the thing is nobody really gets, like, if these people on Housewives of Beverly Hills, they don't get it. They'll never get it. And because, like, I mean, maybe some of them started out real humble, but the truth is, yeah, no, they're not clueless, Mindy. They're just clueless to outside their own sphere. They're in their own bubble, right? So what do you think the upper echelons of politics are like? We are the unwashed masses to be dictated to, right? We're just points on a pole for them. It might have been cheaper to send as a package. Yeah, take care, Stephen. Bye. Have a good day, sweetheart. Give my love to Dan. Well, yeah, Trump grew up rich. Of course he did. But I'm saying, still he cannot he would identify in ways that those Beverly Hills housewives have no clue. He could identify with people because he listened to people, right? He was, he still took what he did and built on it, right? Hey, Mary Lindsay. Nancy Nadeau, how are you? I'll be glad to be debt-free by the end of this year. My truck will finally be paid off in June 2023. Good job. I'm shooting for 2029. I want to be debt-free before 2030. That's just my goal. But I mean, it's winter is a funny time for me. It's a really crappy time for ad revenue. It's a really crappy time for video ideas. and sharing because I'm not out in the garden or anything like that. But we are going to be making maple syrup this year. We haven't done that in a few years, and Howie has promised to listen to me. And the final boil I got 2 years ago for Christmas, one of those propane burners on legs, so that we could finish the boil on the deck out front instead of like in smoke. Awesome. I had thought he had to have been poor because he's so different. He doesn't really act like he was rich. Well, he knows how to speak the talk of the people, right? Trudeau sounded really good when he started, and then he just turned around and made a mockery of absolutely everything. I watched him say that how to respect the values of the people and protect them from corporations and politicians who would take advantage of their power, use their power to their advantage. And then he turned around when he was elected and did it big time. You know what I mean? Knowing my luck, it'll be 2024. Well, thank you, Michelle. Hi, MCore. Hi, Nancy from Connecticut. So the thing is we've talked about this before. We have allowed ourselves. It started with the almighty dollar. It started when self-sufficiency, around Laura Ingalls' time, started when self-sufficiency became less important than cash, right? Self-sufficiency is hard work. It's a lifetimes of work, generations of work. Self-sufficiency is. But you know what? You notice that, Charles Ingalls in the books, he would, raise cattle, plow stuff, raise grain, raise hay, blah, 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 blah. But the truth is, he still went out and worked for money, right? Watching you in your garden made me decide I just have to have one. I'm going to remove a bunch of my backyard lawn and make a big garden. You don't even have to remove your backyard lawn. This is the thing, 789 cat, is that used to be, I have raised beds now, but that used to be a in-ground garden. And what I did, it was lawn before I started. And one August, I had Briar and Alex lay old roofing tin in a big square all over it. And I let that kill it for the rest of the summer and all fall. And then the winter came and the snows came. And then in the spring, I took all the tin off because all the grass was dead. And then I bought heavy landscape fabric and I tacked it all down over the garden. And then I had a truckload of soil brought in. That's how my garden started, right? I get fresh soil for my beds every year. I don't empty them and give them fresh soil. I just put new on top for new nutrients. We bought 6 raised beds. Can't wait to get those going. Do you mind me asking how much they cost, Matthew? Because my pallet collars make good beds, but they're eventually going to rot. And I saw a raised bed that was about the size of my desktop here. And they wanted $200 and some for it at the local hardware store. I just want to make things easier for Howard, right? Because he tops up my beds. He whippersnips between my beds. I don't want to have to ask him to make me any. You know what I mean? Hey, Becky. Hey, Cindy. So if you don't want to say Matthew, that's fine. But maybe you could, I don't know if you could post pictures in Patreon or not. Hey, Becky. Tractor Supply here in Nevada, $119. Wow. Yeah, absolutely. That's what I did, right? Because if you don't remove the sod, grassroots is a grassroots statement. It's a phrase for a reason. But to kill all the grass if you want to do it naturally, do it in a year. Do it over the winter. Start, in the spring and do it over the winter and maybe do some container gardening first, right? I'll get you the size in a minute. Well, thank you, Matthew. Uh, I wonder what they are here in Canada. Is that American or Canadian? Because I don't remember whether you're American or Canadian. Because if it's 119 American, it's probably $200 Canadian here. But, oh, I saw my grandbaby today. We had FaceTime. And he talked to me. He said, ah. And, oh, he's brilliant. He's brilliant. I can't wait to see him on Saturday. I'm going to see my... Hey, Julie Atkins, how are you, darling? So you live in the U.S. So we had, I should wear these next time, but I don't want to confuse them. Hey, Alice, how are you, darling? So, I had I'm on Top Chat. I should be on Live Chat. I might be missing something. So, oh, hi, Tina. He's a beautiful. And I looked at him and I said, he's got my mouth. Poor bugger. Thin lips are sexy, my mom used to say. See how my mouth is going slanted? I'm losing teeth, and this one's now loose. And I have a gap here now because I'm losing my teeth. I'm going to have to make an appointment for Howie and I with the dentist. And, find out if there's some way I can shore these teeth up and stop them from losing. There's absolutely nothing wrong with my teeth. I've had 2 cavities my entire life. Okay? I have bone loss from lead exposure when I was a kid. That's one. My brother Bob and I are the youngest out of 5, and we are the most crippled up because we, we were raised in an industrial part of Toronto, and our home was built over industrial land, blue collar workers, and we found out that we were getting constantly exposed to lead. If you get lead in your blood, if they prick your finger and find lead in your blood, that means it's always present, or it's present in your system, because lead doesn't stay in your blood. It goes down into your bones. And correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not a doctor, right? So in order for it to be present in our finger prick, they tested our entire school, because our school was down by the waterfront, which is an industrial district. And when we were kids, and pollution in the 60s and 70s wasn't a big issue for them. So I had 10 times the acceptable amount of lead in my blood. So that started ADD, HD stuff starting with me really young. And then, fibromyalgia and joint issues and skeleton issues and stuff. So I have issues since my weight loss surgery. Maybe I'm lacking calcium. Well, honey, you should be taking supplements. You should be taking calcium, magnesium, and zinc. And remember, everybody, if the days are shorter where you live, right, you should be taking vitamin D3, right? That's the sunshine vitamin. Don't take it at night. Take it in the morning, because that will help you get the vitamins you need to stop you going into a winter depression. So, no, you should be taking a multivitamin, an organic multivitamin, and you should be taking calcium, magnesium, and zinc. I am, but I need to add more. You know what? I only took vitamins for like the first year after my gastric bypass surgery. Right? Yeah, my mouth is caving in. Somebody thought I had false teeth. I'm missing teeth here. I'm missing teeth here. And this one's loose. So pretty soon, it's going like this. On the top and on the bottom, it's going like this. I'm losing my teeth. Pretty soon, I'm only going to have these ones. So Doctor keeps telling me I need teeth 3, and I keep telling her that I get out in the garden, I'll be getting, oh, you need D3. Yes. But you need it in the wintertime more than anything because we aren't out in the sunshine. And if there's vitamins in the sun that lifts, that helps our serotonin levels, our levels. And if so, digging in the dirt, pottering in soil in your house, planting seeds and stuff like that. Remind me to soak those seeds, Howie. Soak those seeds.
Soak seeds.
Right. But if you can't get out in the sunshine on a regular basis and you're used to it, vitamin D3. How do you post on page? I don't think you can, but you can post on Gab. You can post on Gab, Matthew. Right? I saw you on Gab. Most of the time I'm in the house, even in the summer, I garden at night. Really? You garden at night? How do you do that? Because if I put lights on to garden, the bugs would be insane. But, okay, good. Excellent. Thank you, Matthew. Did the gastric bypass make you feel icky, like not enough energy for a long time? Yes. Yes, I was, hey, Howie? For the first months of my gastric bypass, I was constantly weak. I was taking dissolvable multivitamins, chewable multivitamins, and I was weak. You got to figure I lost 50 pounds in 2 months. That's like almost taking body parts off. But as for me, I have to eat high concentrations of nutritious food. Not a lot of food, but a high concentration of nutrition. That's why I do a lot of my own canning and dehydrating and stuff. Spent my birthday yesterday with Mom in hospice. Happy birthday to you. How's your mom doing, honey? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear sweet Kim. Happy birthday to you. Mwah. 1 part isopropyl alcohol and 4 parts water. Spray those plants and the dirt daily. Gets rid of those mites. What mites? But I'll remember that. At what concentration of alcohol? Because all I got 70%. Thank you. No doubt she will make tomorrow. Good. I got 2 packs of seeds. So much fun. One from M. Who's M? Who's M? Yeah, I've started my seeds and I've done a video, of course. And I was going to do mites, the inside plants. Well, somebody asked me why I buy soil. I buy soil so I can start my plants indoors. And I won't dig up soil in the fall and bring it in the house. It's full of worms and stuff, right? So, but in the spring, I always get a fresh load of Jimmy Carroll's old manure piles. And whatever I don't use to top up my beds gets shoved into the ravine because we're building it up anyway, right? I don't think I can plant okra here, Julie. I'm too far north. You've been getting migraines for 2 weeks now. Well, they say they are that the 5G that's going right now is not full power, and apparently the 5G is going to start we're going to start having issues and stuff. So we'll see. I mean, sensitive people will have issues. Probably drive my cousin Debbie right up the wall because She has a problem with like Wi-Fi. Her whole house had to be like she's electronically sensitive. So, okay. And did you put the sizes on it and everything? But listen, I just wanted to catch you guys up. It's been a rough winter so far, and I I am not sure about Freaky Friday tonight. People will find out. Patrons will find out uh, by about 5 o'clock whether or not I'm going to be able to do Freaky Friday tonight. Barometric pressure. Yeah, I had one yesterday, and I've got what I call a migraine hangover right now, which is literally a hangover, right? Because migraines just suck the life out of you. It's almost like they feel toxic, and then you have to deal with the next day, right? Okay, awesome. Well, I have to put my feet up because my right foot, I damaged or sprained a tendon in my right knee after when I had a fiber flare after the symphony, and I had been done 3 flights of stairs 4 times that day and did some walking, and I bruised a tendon in my knee or something. It was giving me well, it's finally healed, but now I've got a sore ankle, and I think that's from favoring my knee. You know what? Getting old ain't for sissies. It's really not. Take care, Sam Dix. So I'm gonna go and we're gonna have bacon and eggs for lunch because it's a Saturday kind of thing. We don't do it even on Saturdays every week. We only eat bacon. How often we eat bacon and eggs? About twice a month? About twice a month. So loved your live chat the other day. You were spot on. Baby noises are the best. Thank you, Helen. Hi, Ambrose. I can't wait to get my hands on my grandson. And one way or another, I'm going to see it. I'm going to give my phone to Arthur or to Howie and get him, get Arthur to take pictures so that maybe he can take some angle pictures where you see me in the back of the baby, but not the baby because, they don't want their child on social media. And I understand that, right? So, as for being spot on, we just have to learn, folks, that we've been allowed ourselves to be funneled down into the easier, softer way of letting somebody else make our decisions for us. And now it's time to take back our right to decide what is right for our country. All right? Because the politicians here are just wrecking shit. And like I said, you can't fix, if a pyramid's broken, you can't fix it by replacing the tip. You got to go all the way down to the foundation and start up from there up. And we're trying to fix, trying to fix our problems with politics is like trying to fix a pyramid from the top, right? Doesn't make sense. Thank you, Mom of 4 boys. That's okay. That's okay, sweetheart. Absolutely, Kim. Peaceful passing. Your mom is already got company. Okay, Kim? Your mom already has company. Okay? So she's going to be fine. She's going to be absolutely fine. It's us who get left behind with the holes in our lives, asking why. Right? But if you believe, or if you have an idea of how this all works, you'll see her again, right? Anyway, this is Mrs. Wolfe saying, sorry I didn't have a video for you yesterday. I've got one video that it's going to drive the, the people that say, oh no, there was a spot on her stove. It's going to drive them nuts because I made a mess doing what I was doing, but it turned out really good. I'll do it differently next time. And I got a seed starting video, so I'll be editing tomorrow. Hi, and remember, folks, if you go over to our Life with the Wolfies, I will be live tomorrow around 4 o'clock. That for those people who don't mind seeing cards being read and talking about, the metaphysical and the multiverse and God and all that stuff, right? So, hi Stephanie. Oh no, Alice, I took the mess to a whole new level. Thank you, Ambrose. Listen, guys, take care. God bless. And I'll see you tomorrow on Life with the Wolfies at 4 o'clock. I'm going to go make lunch. I love you. Don't ever forget that. Just because you're just words and pictures on a computer doesn't mean I don't feel you and interact and can love you. Love is everywhere. We just have to draw on it. Take care. God bless. Mwah.